Welcome to Voices of Hope. This is our front entrance. It's facing North Broadway. As you walk around to the side, you'll enter the participant entrance. You'll see a sign saying you're almost there in English and Spanish. Once you walk in, you'll see the lobby. We have a couple murals on the wall. This was a link of hearts put together by our participants. Over here to the right, you'll see where our receptionist is. You'll be greeted by your receptionist when you walk in the door. She'll help identify what you need, if you need recovery coaching, if you want to meet with someone, if you want to sign up. We also have infographics and different flyers here on this table. Over here, we have our computer that's open to participants for use. We have our volunteers of the month. We appreciate our volunteers a lot, so we try to celebrate them when we can. And this is just our waiting area for people to wait for their recovery coaches. And then again, there's a better picture of the heart mural. Over here is just our little coffee station, and our code of conducts is also listed behind that coffee station. And here is our bigger meeting space. On the chalkboard it has all our meetings, but we try to have our big meetings, CMA, AA, NA, HA, and all those meetings in here. And during the day, participants can watch movies and eat popcorn or play games. We have bingo on Tuesdays and Fridays in that room. This is our small meeting space, which is kind of like an overflow for some things. As you can see, we have Mara in this room and Al-Anon in different smaller meetings. We also have flyers on this wall as well. And here we have our inclusive bathroom, so that's not gender specific. And over in the corner, we have harm reduction items like pregnancy tests, Plan Bs, fentanyl test strips, and things that people can get confidentially without having to speak to a recovery coach about it. Back here is our pride and joy. It's our laundry room. Participants that are signed up for recovery coaching can do one load a week as long as they're meeting with their recovery coach. Here is our kitchen where we keep most of the things that we have for our community meals and just snacks and stuff that we're able to distribute to our participants throughout the week. This is our coaching room where coaches can meet with participants privately and just have a one-on-one session without no one around hearing anything that they might say. Over here is where our coaching area is, and this is where most of our coaches are seated during the day. They also have coaching sessions in these rooms that the participants is comfortable with the surrounding. And then here is our mobile outreach van, which is simply a mobile RCC. So all the things that we do in the RCC, our mobile outreach team goes out to the community in different sites and provides those same services and gives out snacks, harm reduction items. Here outside is our picnic table, which we kind of use for a waiting area when it feels good outside. And here's one of our murals that was painted by one of our staff members.
My name is James. I'm a recovery coach for Voices of Hope. I was introduced to Voices when I was still suffering from homelessness. I used to come here and wash my laundry. I started volunteering. Then I became the assistant on the Moore van. I am now a recovery coach in 4 different offices. And thanks to the constant encouragement of all of the Voices of Hope staff, I have been able to complete drug court now. I have become a positive role model for other people behind me in recovery. I have been able to sustain my recovery for over 15 months.
Hi, my name is Mandy. I'm a person in long-term recovery. I'm a recovery coach here at the RCC, and my addiction brought me actually to Voices of Hope. I lost my first husband to a fentanyl overdose, and I'd heard about Overdose Awareness Day, and I saw that on TV, and I thought one day if I ever get myself together, that's where I wanted to work. I ended up going to rehab, and when I got out of rehab, I reached out. I had heard about Voices of Hope through a family member. So I reached out and I got a recovery coach. She was able to help me get my birth certificate, my ID, my social security card, because when I came out, I literally had nothing. And Voices of Hope has helped me grow in my recovery in so much by sharing my strength, experience, hope, and being able to do Narcan training to help those who are in active addiction or who come across someone who is possibly overdosed.
Hello, my name is Sophie Dry, and I work here at Voices of Hope on the Kipper grant. This grant enables me to work as a recovery coach here and work with BIPOC participants and link them to the same quality of care as their white counterparts. I got to Voices of Hope by, I was in a rehab facility, and there was a friend of mine that was from the Lexington area. I'm from Louisville. And they told me, when you get to Lexington, when you leave here, you have to link up with the people at Voices of Hope. I heard that the people at Voices of Hope were friendly with the LGBTQIA community. And when I got to this new community in this new town, I wanted to be somewhere where I felt belong. So I came into Voices, I was met with open arms, and then I had to move to Georgetown. And once I got to Georgetown, I wasn't able to come to Voices of Hope as much as I wanted to, but I always knew that Voices of Hope was somewhere that I wanted to work, so I put Voices in my back pocket. Fast forward, I was able to move back to Lexington, and I was working in the recovery community, but I was working at a job that I didn't really like. Gary Vigors reached out to me and told me he thinks that I should apply for a job at Voices, and I did. And then the next thing I know, I was interviewing with him and Kevin Crabtree, and my life has changed forever. Voices of Hope has helped me be able to stay stable in my own apartment. I had car troubles. I've been able to pay off my car troubles and get a new car. And I also have been able to make my home life complete by buying and raising my own standard bulldog, French bulldog mix named Brody. So without Voices of Hope, my life would look a lot different. Voices of Hope has helped me grow in my transition and actually be a functioning member of society today. It's the best job I've ever had.